Yo, what it do, St. Louis? It is that time of the morning. It is 7 a.m. on a Tuesday. So y'all know what time it is. It's time for the St. Louis Hustle Podcast with yours truly, Cortez Russell, and my lovely co-host, Michelle. Hey! And we are coming to you live and direct from the Monetize My Life studios here in St. Louis, Missouri. Super excited as always to be in your presence. If you're happening to watch this live via Facebook or YouTube, make sure you comment in the chat where you're from. Let us know the name of your business and or your brand. Would love to give you a free business shout out. And we got a wonderful show lined up for you today. We're talking Cougars versus sugar daddies. Who be doing the most? I have my opinions, but we gonna get your opinions. Let us know what you think in the comments. Is it the Cougars who be doing the most, or is it the sugar daddies who be doing the most? Right? I didn't mean to look at you, Michelle, when I said that. I didn't mean to look at you when I said that. So let us know in the comments a couple things. Where you're from and the name of your business and or your brand if you're building one. Or listen, we're approaching Black Friday and all of that stuff. If you're not a business owner, shout out a Black business that other people can patronize. Then show them some love if you're not a business owner, right? But then let us know who does the most. Is it Sugar Mamas, aka Cougars, or is it Sugar Daddies? And we'll start the show officially on the other side. Keep locked right here.
Growing up in St. Louis has never been easy, and most say if you want to succeed here, that you must leave and put down roots somewhere else because of the strong crabs in a barrel mentality here.
I don't know if I'm just an optimistic person, but to see people like Chuck Berry and Nelly make it in the music industry, or the Roberts brothers and Dave Stewart in business, or William Lacey Clay Jr. in politics, can we blame the city, or is it that people just aren't hungry enough?
We're talking to all of the movers and shakers in this town, from entertainers to politicians, social activists and organizers, and of course, entrepreneurs.
Is there a curse on this city that holds people back? Is there an unseen hand that decides who makes it and who doesn't? You're about to find out.
Welcome to St. Louis Hustle.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the St. Louis Hustle Podcast. I'm your host, Cortez Hustle. That's my co-host, Michelle A. And we are coming to you live and direct from the Monetize My Life Boot Camp Studios here in St. Louis, Missouri, guys. Everybody has a gift, talent, special ability, but they're not monetizing it. So I wrote this book to show you how to do that. And I took a step further. I'm doing a free masterclass tonight, 8 p.m. Central Standard Time, where I'm going to show you how you can write a book in a weekend. I'm going to show you how you can take your gift, talent, and turn it into a product and build a profitable online business from your gift, talent, and special ability. So check the comments for the link to sign up for that masterclass tonight. Michelle, how's the weekend?
Man, it was good. The weekend was good. Real quick, I want to just go back and touch on the masterclass.
Mm-hmm.
Real talk, you guys, if you can, like you said, the link will be in the comment section, and you gotta take this class, right? So I'm probably gonna take it again because I've already took it. Why not? It's free. You can't be free, but it's a great class because this guy right here, he gives so many tips on how to monetize your gift. You know, especially if you're a person like me. I was like, what is my gift? I am the gift. He was like, yeah, that's nice, but something else out of there. Oh, so it was, man, I got a lot of insight. I feel like I kind of have a blueprint of what kind of needs to happen. And it's you're getting something great. So I'm gonna encourage you guys. I'm gonna take the link and I can start hitting everybody inbox. We get this spam, or we trying to get rid of, do not report me, because that's what's going on. I'm gonna let you know. At least I tell you what's going to go down. So there it is. My weekend though, Tizzy, was slow. It was slow going. You know, about to get back on punishment. I'm sorry about to. Yeah. We're back on punishment because some folk don't know how to act.
Wait a minute, really? Listen, I thought the lockdown was all about our current president. We got a new president. New president finna lock us down too.
You know what? That's not our president. That's not our president because my new president that's my dude. You know what I'm saying? He like my daddy best friend or something. You know, he's a good dude. This lockdown was put in order by you know how you got that favorite uncle? Okay, well this ain't him. Okay, so it was the mayor that did this here foolishness. You know, governor. So yeah, we back on punishment. But I will say this: big up to the restaurant business because some of them is like, Wayne, not this time. Wayne, do what you gonna do? I'm like, oh, y'all strong. It's someone that just said, find me. I'm not doing it, and they're not closing their doors. They still got people coming inside. I will say this: it is when a business is not responsible. There's a place that I may or may not frequent, and right before they shut us down, I went into this establishment, and when I tell you it was folks on top of folks, when I tell you I looked around and I was like, it is not enough masks on here for me. I got to go.
Right.
I was like, it was like one of those things where if you had took out your camera and started filming, we could have made 2 o'clock, 5 o'clock, 6 o'clock. We could have made all the news.
Yeah, we're gonna send this footage on over to Elliot Davis, and he's you paid for coronavirus because everybody in here ain't got no mask on.
Okay, I was just like, I had a close friend of mine come down with it. Thank God she's on the mend, but that was too close for comfort for me. You know, so again, I like a good soiree as much as the next person, but reckless. Oh no, these numbers are jumping. You know, this joint is jumping. Yeah, these numbers are jumping.
I like to be responsible with my ratchet. Thank you very much. So we is all up in here. Yeah, we're gonna do it. We're gonna do it with these masks. So as Michelle is ready to go into these numbers, let us know in the comments what you guys think. Who does the most, Cougars or Sugar Daddies? I'm on this one. So spiking, Michelle. That's the reason for this new lockdown that's going to happen.
We are jumping by leaps and bounds, and not in a good way. Gotta get. Last week, what were we at last week? We're at 254 this week for Missouri, 254,000, right? Quarter of a mil. And then for Illinois, they're at 586,000. Now here's the thing: I do remember Illinois' numbers from last week. Last week, Illinois was at 499. Now they're at 586. They didn't jump 80-something thousand cases in 1 week.
Wow.
The whole the United States has surpassed 1 million new cases, not, teaching them that had new cases, 1 million in 1 week.
That's crazy.
That's a bunch of bull.
We got to be more careful. Therefore, we definitely want to shout out our first responders. If you are on the front line in any capacity, restaurant owner, server, waiter, nurse practitioner, you the intake nurse. I went to the doctor to get some blood work done the other day, and I'm just tripping off how things have changed. They got a little guard nurse at the door who got to take your temperature before you can get into the inside of the building. Like, I push the button to make the door come open by itself. She met me like with the little temperature gun. Like, hey, he's right there. Like, all right, lady. Calm down.
You're like, what's your temperature? Put your hands up. Where's your man?
They're aggressive with those questions too. Have you ever traveled in the last 30 days? Feel a sip? Got a fever? How'd your chest feel? You all right? I'm like, first of all, no, that's why I'm here, to get some help. So if I answer any of these questions wrong, I can't get seen for what I'm coming to be seen for. Is that what you're saying?
What did she say? How's your chest feel? How I feel now? Say what you feel sick, don't you? You feel woozy. Think about it. Get your life together. Come back. What a man's home. I'll let you. What? Okay. Also, what's that one movie with Damon Wayans where he was the sergeant in the army?
Major Pain. Major Pain. Yeah.
It's the thing. It's hot. Major Pain. That's what they're doing to us. Real quick. I just want to, your old president. He still ain't giving it up. His people are protesting and they getting rowdy. Like they out there starting stuff, right? They out there. I mean,
listen. Not only is he not giving it up, he ain't worked since the election.
Yeah.
he like, oh, like that? All right, let's see who's gonna run the country for the last 2 months then.
Then he straight gave New York the gas face. Well, we've got the vaccine ready and it'll be available to every state. I'm sorry, except New York. Everybody else can get the vaccine, but New York, y'all on super punishment. Y'all need to live in this.
Yeah, like me. Yeah, I better hope old Joe. Y'all ain't getting no vaccine for me.
So last question for you: are you getting the vaccine?
Not no, but hell no. Man, listen. I ain't got none of the vaccines, and my kids ain't had no vaccines in probably 15 years.
Right. Did you do the kid vaccinations and all of that?
I was on the fence, and my wife and I were not on the same page until we got educated, and then we agreed that we opted out of all vaccines.
Wow.
And my youngest kid was probably in the 4th grade or something like that when it happened. We just went in and we just opted out. Hey man, religious reasons, man. The God I serve, don't be sticking me with this stuff. And like, okay. And I think my last experience with it, I did have to jump through some hoops to get my second youngest into college because they really wanted to stick them, and I was like, no, we don't get stuck over here. And which is funny is they have on the college's website the religious exemption forms. Here's how you opt out. So we're opting out of the forms and stuff, and they like, okay, well, we got your form that says that you're gonna opt out, but can we have him go over here to the health department and go ahead and get rid of it? No, you just gave us permission to opt out. Now you're trying to renege on that. If he happens to catch it, then that's on us if he catches it. If everybody else has been vaccinated, they should be good, right? Or is your vaccine not what you say? So no, we're I mean, it will have to come down to some serious threatening and some serious inconveniences that could be avoided. But no, we don't do vaccines.
Okay, that's what's up. I know that I'll say this. I'm gonna let it go out there a while. I'm gonna let some.
You're gonna be the first in line.
I'm gonna be first last. How about that? I'm gonna be first last. Yeah, I'm gonna let the rest of Americans try that and let them tell me how it works. What's the side effects? Be like, oh, no, I'm fine.
No, here's my first thing. Guys, keep commenting. Let us know who you think does the most, daddies or sugar mamas, because we about to go all the way in there in a second. But here's the thing on TV, that you know how they be letting the cat out the bag a little bit when you're really paying attention on The Good Doctor is one of my favorite shows. When I have a chance to watch, I sit down and watch Sean do his thing. But on The Good Doctor, they start talking. They were doing, everybody is doing COVID stuff. And they're like, get the flu shot. No, the lady came in with COVID. I can't have COVID. I had my flu shot and everything. And they let us know. Well, the flu is always evolving. The flu shot is normally a few strains behind. So you pushing this thing that you know is a few strains behind. It ain't gonna do nothing with this new flu that's coming. But you encourage. So yeah, I'm not playing those games with these people and shit. All right.
Yeah,
so I see my man Israel. Yeah, I'm not playing. My man Israel says, Cougars take the cake, I think. waiting to hear the feedback. What you guys say? Is it the sugar daddies or the sugar mamas that be doing the most? Um, I'm gonna say Lee's about 18 months older than me, and I accuse her of robbing the cradle all the time. Yeah, she's a little older. Yeah. So she came and got me from first grade when she was in second grade.
Now, I am 4 years older than my baby daddy, and that was a joke that I got him off the playground. I'm like, "Come here, little boy, I want some candy." Here's the thing. Here's the kiss of death for me, right? I think because I have a youthful spirit, I tend to attract younger men, right? And it sucks. It really does suck because I've been trying to get a sugar daddy. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, what's sugar daddy bait? I need to know what the bait is. I need to know that. But because I keep getting all these little youngins and I throw them, y'all know me, I'm almost 50. I ain't 50 yet. But I'm almost 50. And anything under 45, I'm throwing them back. It's like, you know, fishing, you catch a little fish, and you be like, oh, you get that. I cannot. But I don't think I'm a cougar because I think cougars do certain things that I think the myth is that cougars do certain things. I don't know. We're gonna dive into it because there is what the research I've done says one thing, but what I know and what the hood say.
So there. First of all, we have to differentiate between cougar, which is the suburban cat, and the alley cat, which is the hood cougar, which is there's difference. See, when you did your research, all the research out there probably on the typical cougar whose habitat is normally suburban America. And there is also the black cougar that inhabits the urban areas. And we noticed that their appetite is different. And also we noticed that they have different needs and they hunt at different times of the day. The suburban cougar is hunting in the daylight. The black cougar is hunting in the wee hours of the morning. So yeah, we got to make sure that we let people know which one we're talking about when we're talking. Right there's a difference between cougar behavior. I think.
Cougar behavior. I'm gonna write that down. Cougar, that's a new term, ladies. Put that in your books. Cougar behavior. From what? I don't even know where to go with that. You just that's a lot. I'm like, how do you know all this?
I'm just saying. You're not the only one be doing research on the show.
Well, from what I understand, it's broken up by age. You know, cougars are normally in their 40s. Then they have mountain lions, which are normally in their 50s. Then they have panthers, which are normally in their 60s, and so on and so forth. I think from the standpoint of just being a cougar, and because really when I did start looking at stuff, I'm like, where did they even get the term from? And I guess that just comes from when those older women, and you're right, it did start suburban, you know. That's where it became popular. Because, you know, older woman, she's out and she stalks her prey like a cougar, you know, kind of look and stalk, and we know what to do to bring the boys to the yard, you know. But I think in the hood, I think even if you just go way back, you know, you had if it's a guy, I guess you might have, you know, your mama's friend, and then you're of age, and then all of a sudden it was about 10, 15 years, 20 years between, I say 15 to 20 years between your mom's friend and you, if you're a guy, and that female friend of your mom's is now looking at you like, show has grown up, girl. Oh, you been working out. Fuck getting big. Come here. The butt. You just getting big.
Yeah, I think every man, especially in our community, has that one friend or knows somebody who has that. Everybody knows a mom in the community that gets down with the young boys, right? I know a few of them in our hood. We was like, man, she ain't got no shame in it, and it's like, hey, your oldest son and your boyfriend is the same age, so you like my stepdad homeboy. Because we the same age.
My step homie.
My stepdad homeboy, because we the same age, but you when we finish playing the video games, I go to my room, you go to my mama room.
That would be so ugly. That would be so ugly. You know what? And so I had a guy approach me, and my oldest daughter is 25. This little person was 27. No, but I said, sweetheart, I have kids your age. No, but I want you though. Let me tell you something. Okay, I don't like to wash my own clothes. I don't like to clean my own house. You mean you gonna come over here and think I'm supposed to do that for me? What are you? And don't say the sex, because that's not the 70s anymore. We are in a new millennium, and sex sells itself, literally.
Right.
You no longer need. I ain't saying it's me, but I'm just saying you don't really need another participant. You just don't have to have one.
Right. Yeah, there's a difference. We're in 2020 now. They make some real lifelike stuff now. So we're okay in that department, young fella.
That's what it is. That's what you get them. That's why I call everybody sugar. Sugar. Yeah, because I'm like, oh, you sound like an old lady. I am.
Right. So Valerie says, so both have negative connotations, right? So let's go with what you got here. Let's give them a couple more minutes before we take our first break.
Okay. So I looked into what are reasons that younger men like older women. Now, what I found was a bunch of books. There it is. Some of it's true. Some of it is like, they talking to the wrong ones. I need to do an interview, please. Y'all come on over. So it says, okay, they like older women because, I'm sorry, why an older woman might like a younger man. My bad. So sometimes we like younger men because of their sexual stamina. Sometimes if there's that age difference, sometimes you catch them when they in their peak. It's a wild ride. Sometimes it allows a woman to be more assertive in the bedroom, dealing with somebody younger because you know more than they. And I don't like that. Get your life together, man, because I don't like that. A woman feels like they're of greater importance because they know more. Boom. Okay. Younger
that's a suburban cougar.
Yeah, have to be. And then the myth that younger men make you feel young again. You got to, maybe I ain't old enough, but no, because no. And they don't make me feel young. I'm like, I was that to me, there's so much behind these things. And for me, it ultimately comes down that if you are an older woman, and I ain't judging, do what you do. I ain't got a heaven or hell to put you in. However, if you are someone that, all of these things or why you're dating younger men, that's fine. However, I would challenge a person to look beyond some of these, like look for the reason behind. Because anytime I've tried to deal with somebody that was 10 years less than what I was, it just didn't work out. We was in two different places, mentally, spiritually, financially. You get some young men out there that's holding out. I'll give them that. But I think maybe I ain't ran into it.
Yeah, I think the other gaps, other than age, like you said, that maturity gap. I think one of the things that this also stems from is 50s, 60s, and into the early 70s, you had a lot of women who were married their high school sweetheart, or they only had one guy, and that thing went off the rails, and now they got to get back out there at 40, 45, 50 years old. And I think that's where the initial making me feel young. Oh man, I didn't even know I was attracted because I was with somebody for 25, 30 years who had stopped being attracted to me. And now that I'm single, I go out and the first thing that whistle at me is a 20-something. Hey. I like the way that felt.
You do get the tingly inside, I will be honest.
Our favorite show when Doug had the construction workers whistling at Carrie, saying, "Hey, she's coming in all messed up. When she walked by, could you guys kind of bark at her and holler?" He said, "Man, you want to say nasty things to your wife? You got it."
Right.
So I think a lot of it, a lot of women came out of those situations, find themselves single and after long marriages, and they only been with one guy or been in a long relationship, and then all of a sudden they're free, so to speak. But and Charlotte said with a lot of gold teeth too.
Oh my!
So they put that bling on.
That's hilarious. That you do. A woman does get that kind of thing, like. But I think that there is a deficit on both sides. I think, when you ask a question, okay, what's in it for a younger guy? He might look at an older woman and just be like, okay, well, she's got experience. They figure they can learn a lot from you. They're trying, almost like they're trying to fast track something. I saw this, and I don't think it's always true. It says both parties know what they want. Younger men know what they want. Older women know what they want. No, not. I just found out I want hell. I just got here. So the last one got me. It said younger men like older women because you're financially stable. First, the devil is a lie. Don't let him use you.
Don't get tricked.
I did date a guy, and he thought that we went out, and then that's the grown woman. And me, if we go out and you short and we already out, I ain't got no choice but to have, unless I'm being an ass and be like, you on your own. But I'm just like, and he thought that was gonna be the tone. Every time we went out, I was gonna pay. Well, no, sugar. Don't let the devil you. If you let him ride, he gonna want to drink. No. But that was his misconception. I'm gonna pay every time we go out, and you think you gonna get the cookies. You can't. You know how you be on Facebook and say one of these gotta go. Hey, you better pick one. You're not getting off that. One of these gotta go.
You can't get all that. Yeah, I think for younger guys and older women, I think that for us it's a lot about conquest, right? And when you take an older, it's one thing to be fierce in your own age demographic. Man, I can pull her. But I think it takes us to another level when you're able to pull a grown $$sign woman, right? It's like, man, listen, I can pull her, man. I can tell, man, that lady got kids your age. That's all right, man. Watch me. And I think that there's a level of competition amongst other guys, and then there's also a sense of there's another level to where we are already just trying to conquer anyway. I mean, I just want to see if I can get with her. But then when you're talking about getting with someone who is 10 years older, 15 years older, and there's a maturity gap, then for a lot of guys that adds to the game, so to speak, because now my representative has to really be on his game. Now I got to represent like I'm mature beyond my age in order to pull this off. So I think some of those things play into the part as well.
Deficit. It's a deficit. I think that a woman, I'm gonna go on and say, send your comments and feedback to that guy right there. Very sorry, because I know me, and I did it for a while, and I think that there's a deficit there. There's something lacking inside that I'm looking for something inside. I'm lacking something inside I'm trying to find in this younger man, right? I don't feel confident about myself, and this younger man makes me feel better about myself, right? Same thing for the younger man. There's something you're lacking on the inside that the whole stigma of girls my age aren't mature enough.
Right.
Well, you ain't mature enough. What are you saying? Men mature slower than females. So if the females your age are not mature enough and men are less mature,
Yeah.
You say
that'll make a whole lot of sense.
it does not make any sense. But there's a lack there. And I think it comes down to our show we did a few months back, daddy issues and mommy issues.
Yeah.
You know, there's some lack there. Anytime you search for something in someone else that you should already have in you, I think that's a problem. You know, that's an issue. And it sets a precedence for people to get hurt, feelings to get hurt. Sometimes they physically get hurt. Ouch. You know? But it's just, I mean, you can have fun with it. Some people are like, oh, I don't put no feelings in it. And how do you just lay down and 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 lay down with somebody and not become emotionally? Women are wired that way. We can say we want all we want, but after a while, one or two things gonna happen. You're gonna become empty inside, and you're just going through the motions, or you're gonna catch feelings. You can deny it, but you'll catch feelings.
Yeah.
And that's because we're not wired to give that much of ourselves without something subtle-task, without something else coming with it. You know, it's kind of the way we're made. So it don't last long. I know I get tired. I be like, you know what? This is a whole lot of money. I ain't got hardware. You ain't paying no bills. Can I get something out of it?
And that's the other part. We're gonna talk about the Cougar dog in a second. When we come back on the other side of this break, it's like, hey, yeah, you thought you was getting you a cougar. I'm gonna wear your little butt out, and then I'm out of here. Because I got grown people to go hang with, but I'm gonna go ahead and break y'all. Go ahead and do what I'm gonna do with you for these 2 weeks. Stick up high and then forget my number is what's gonna happen here. So,
can I go where you at? Oh no, sugar, it's 35 and up.
You can't even know what side of town I'm at, let alone.
I want to go too. No, people, you stay here. I gotta go. I'll be back though. Hey, you wrong.
This is 35 and older. You can't. No, you can't go. On the other side of this break, we're also going to break down who and what a sugar daddy is. So give us, ladies, if you have experienced a sugar daddy, good, bad, or indifference, don't shout out his name, but tell us that experience you had with that sugar daddy. You guys keep it locked right here.
My name is Eliani Campbell, and I am the founder and creator of STL Black Biz. STL Black Biz is an online Black business directory that was created in 2014 to connect Black businesses and consumers that are looking to shop Black businesses. If you are a Black business owner and you're interested in showcasing your products or your services, you can do so. You can visit us at www.stlblackbiz and you can list your business. For more information, visit www.stlblackbiz.
Go to stlblackbiz.com.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to the St. Louis Hustle Podcast. I'm your host, Cortez Hustle. That's my girl, Michelle. Hey, and we're talking about Cougars versus sugar daddies. Who do you do the most? Right? And let's talk about it. Who's where the sugar daddies at? Are y'all looking, or is it that season? Right? They used to say cuffing season. That's usually for this time of the year. We want to get with the person who's got a little bit more meat for the winter to hibernate with. But when is cuffing season for sugar daddies? Right? Yeah, come on, you know, Michelle. You want you a teddy bear for the winter, or you want you somebody who's got a little something to hold on to get you through this winter that could throw down in the kitchen and in the bedroom. Come on, you don't want a teddy bear when it starts getting cold outside? All right.
I will say this. I do like me a big black Cougar bird. Okay, I will say it. I do like Cougar birds. I feel like I should be in the support group. Hi, my name is Michelle, and I like Cougars. And, big black ones too. I love a big black Cougar. But you know, I will say, yeah, ain't nothing like a man that can cook. Cause I'll be right there at the table. Now you working hand, hey, boo. Is this for me? Thank you. Yeah. But I will say this: the whole sugar daddy thing. Sugar daddies do the most. Okay. Now, for all the times I've been accused of being a cougar, sugar daddies do the most. Like they do the most. They be extra. I was in Schnucks just the other day, minding my own business, and it was a little. I'm gonna just say this little raggedy man ran up on me. He worked at Schnucks, so he wasn't raggedy because he worked at Schnucks. He was just raggedy, I'm sure, before he got there. Anywho, he walked up on me. I walked past. He's like, "Hey, young lady, how you doing?" And I kept going because I'm like, I'm not interested. Peace. Then he goes, "Hey, I think I went to school with you. So there, class of '86." Like, I know you lying. Class of '86. I just looked back at him. I was like, I came out in '90. Thank you. What did you? Class of '86. And I went to school in the county. Not that that's better. I'm not saying that. I just didn't go to Sodan in 1986. It's my point.
I was not at the Dan in '86. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. I was just like, but this he rolled up over me talking about I went to school with you. You ain't go to school with me. Oh, look at
Yeah, he tripped. He tripped. He had his lines backwards, Michelle. It was supposed to be, hey, I think I went to school with you. You look familiar. But after you ignored him and chunked up the deuces, he tried to recover. And sometimes we as fellas, we just don't know when to let it go. Man, I missed that one. Just let it go. And let me refocus. Here's another one coming through the line. I'm just gonna refocus, right? And sometimes we miss it.
There it is.
So check this out.
Oh Lord Jesus.
I said, I learned my lesson. Helped the cougar buy a house and got the boot the following month. I must have had sucker on my head. Well, yeah. If you're out here buying houses and stuff, Kenneth, hey, his name is Kenneth Martin. He lives at he buy houses.
And not ugly ones. He don't just buy ugly houses. So just get at him.
He can put it with his brother for 30
That is, See, my daughter, my 25-year-old, sometimes, like I said, we'll go out together, and I always feel like my job is to protect her from the sugar daddies in the world. And she politely tells me, "Mama, stand down. Now I'm trying to give me a sugar daddy with no sugar." How you trying to get a sugar daddy with no sugar? You want the sugar if you just gonna get a sugar daddy. That's the best part about it.
Yeah, there's only one benefit of sugar daddy. That be the sugar.
It would be the sugar. You don't want a salty daddy. Trust me, there's nothing good about a salty daddy. Nothing. But I'll say this, sugar daddies, opposite of cougars, they say they just want a younger man for sexual exploits. Sugar daddies, on the other hand, they throw gifts supposedly to get younger women in exchange for their company, in exchange for sexual favors too, but mainly sometimes old dudes just want company. And so I had he wasn't that much. He was like less than 15 years older than me, but more than 10. And he would always, I'll say this, whenever I went out, if I ran into him, I knew I ain't had to pay for nothing, and neither did my friends. So I was like, that's cool. That's a benefit. He took me nice places. We went to nice restaurants. He had a nice vehicle. He had a nice job. He was a finance manager at a car dealership, so he kept a nice ride. And where he weirded me out was he started sending me pictures of shoes. And he was like, I want to see you in these shoes. I want to see you in these boots. And he was sending me like stiletto, skinny heel shoes. And anybody that know me know I'm a wedge girl. I don't do skinny heels. I'm all over. I'm like, this is getting weird, And he's like, let's talk about shoes. I don't understand.
Well, let me go back and correct you on something, Michelle. You said the sugar daddy wants mostly company. No, they only want the sexual favors. They just, most cases, the sugar daddies don't know how to ask for it, right? So they just keep giving gifts, and those gifts are what we call hints in the player game, right? Now, I've gotten rid of my player handbook, but there are certain things you just memorized as a young player, right? So I don't have to refer to the manual, right? So those gifts are hints. And sometimes the sugar daddy just don't know how to act, especially from the younger woman, right? So that's there's always sexual favors. They're just hoping that this gift is gonna cause you to just come to the door in a trench coat with nothing underneath, right? That's what they're hoping for. They don't want to have to ask for the sex, right? Because they're scared of getting rejected, especially from that young girl, especially if the young girl is fine and trophy. It's like, man, I want to keep her around, and man, I can't wait to get my chance to knock those boots. But you ain't gonna get a chance. A, you ain't gonna never ask, and B, she knows you ain't gonna never ask, and she knows just how much to string you along to keep you giving those gifts. Right? Come on. You can stop me when I start lying. She knows just how much to string you along with conversation. You know, those who are in cahoots with sugar daddies, they know just how much sex talk to have. They know just how much leg to show. They know just how to bat the eye. And you know what else they all know just how to do? They know just when to leave when it's about to get real.
When it get real. This was some years. But the sugar daddy, the one I was just referring to, I was working from home, and I said, "Hey, sugar daddy, can you bring me some breakfast?" He was like, "Yeah, I'm on my way to work. Look, mama, I'll bring you some breakfast. What you want?" "Oh, okay, well, let me get this then." So he shows up with the breakfast, and then he was trying to get some sugar. And I was like, women, if you get a sugar daddy, make sure it's somebody who did it. I shouldn't have did that because I couldn't do it. It was my own fault. And again, it's going to sound judgmental. And again, direct all of your comments and or feedback to that guy right there. This guy, he had like a skin thing happening, and I'm just like, just need to moisturize. That's all. A lot moisturize. But he would just like, yeah, peely, flaky skin, and it wasn't like if he just wasn't touching it, he was cool. But you know how you rub some material, like you rub the material one color one way, and then you rub it the other way, looking
like sequence. You rub sequence this way, I'm gonna spell my name in your jacket. And if you don't like my name, you just gonna erase it.
That was him, you know. And it freaked me out because when I did get, he's like, "Ooh, how about a kiss?" And I'm looking at his collar, and he had all this like flakiness on his shirt collar or his jacket collar, and I'd be like,
yeah.
He was like, "How about?" And he was trying to get the sugar, and when this is probably it's a morning show, but I'm gonna be politically correct. When he went to unwrap his sugar daddy, when he went to unwrap his sugar daddy, I was like, "Flakes there too." I thought I was gonna go.
Flakes in. No.
I wasn't ready. I was like, hold the stomach. He was like, "What's wrong?" "Oh, it's bad. Oh, it's bad. It hurts. You better go. You better go. Please go. Put that away and go." And, "Oh, it's bad. It's bad. I gotta throw up." "Oh, you don't feel bad?"
So Corey say sugar daddies act like they don't know their job in these streets.
Thank you. Thank you. You filled out the application. You knew what you was doing when you bought shoes and hair. I like a man in my hair.
Listen, I gotta understand something about this psychological disorder known as sugar daddiness, right? Sugar daddies don't know they sugar daddies. Listen, y'all gotta understand something. Sugar daddies don't know they sugar daddies.
I will agree.
And they will be in full denial. Listen, all they homeboys, man, you know what sugar daddy, man, that chick ain't no, it ain't going down, bro. Hey man, listen, man, I'm just a player. I hate the game. I hate the player, I hate the game.
Yeah.
Sugar daddies don't know they sugar daddies. And when you say that they tricking, oh man, it ain't tricking if you got it. And like, hey, brother, it's tricking if you don't ever get it. It's tricking, brother. Just so you know. If you never get it, then it's tricking. Now, if you trick a little bit and ultimately you get the prize and you got it to trick, it ain't tricking. But if you tricking and you never get the prize, I don't care if you got it or not. You can be a multi-billionaire. If you giving and you don't never get the prize, you tricking, my friend. So please believe that we know, but most sugar daddies are sugar daddies in denial.
So how do you spot a sugar daddy? I got a couple surefire ways to find out. I'm just saying, this is how I spot it. You know what I'm saying? If you see a dude or man out and you can tell he's mature, he is 60 plus, but he's dressed like he's in his 20s or 30s, could be a sugar.
Yeah, this is the guy who's got 12 little gold chains, but they solid gold though.
They
got a charm on each one of them. He's got cornrows braided to the back with gray hair. He's got a hat, and he's probably in one of the latest, most flying throwback jerseys.
That is sugar daddy. Or his brother, which is he got chain on chain on chain on chain, and he got a crucifix on each one of them. Then he got Jesus on Jesus on Jesus on. He got that. He may not have like the ball cap on, but he got like a fedora of some kind, almost tipped to the side. And sometimes all this back here ain't coming. I ain't got to calm down and put the hat on. I ain't going to the barber shop because I'm putting the hat on.
Why would I do that?
Why
would I give the barber $35 when I can buy a pair of shoes for my little lady?
That is true. You know a sugar daddy because he got on jeans and dress shoes. There
you go. There you go. Yeah, those jeans and dress shoes will give it away all the time.
Starch jeans. He got creases like, hello. His creases is mean. Them sugar daddies. Stay away from them. Stay away from them.
Or usually the guy who is 50 plus in the 25 and older club. No matter what he looks like. The guy that's 50 plus, and he's in the spot where the 27s hang out, there's only one reason he's there. He's ready to spend some money on somebody. He's ready to spend on somebody.
He's ready to spend some money.
He knows without a shadow of a doubt, he got 0 shots unless he's pulling the knot out his pocket and spending some money on somebody.
And the ladies know it because when they come in, it just depends. You kind of look and you be like, who daddy is that?
Right.
Who invited their daddy? Y'all laugh and make y'all little key jokes till you be like, lady, can I buy you a drink? I ain't trying. You be like, no, and your homegirl be like, yeah, what is you doing? What do you mean?
The homegirl ain't up on game. She ain't up on game. You like, yeah, you can buy a drink for the rest of the night, sir. Thank you. Because he will.
He gonna babysit you the rest of the night. And then he gonna be like, hey, young blood, I got this one.
Right.
Like, what is you doing? I got this here. Now that drink you drink it, that's my drink.
It depends. Some older men cannot be a sugar daddy. Depends on how fine he is and how many women want him. I disagree, Corey. Every man can be a sugar daddy because sugar daddy ain't about nothing but that bread. I don't care how tall you are. If your bread is right, there is a what do you call the person, the lady who wants the sugar daddy, right? What is the technical term for
Oh,
that.
gold digger.
Huh?
Gold digger.
Right. There you go. There you go. So
Right.
no matter what I look like, there is always one gold digger to engage. My money is right. Let's take it all the way here, people. Flavor Flav had a whole show. People tongue kicked him in the mouth on national TV, right? Not to become Mrs. Flavor Flav, just for the chance and the opportunity to become Mrs. Flavor Flav. So you mean to tell me if I'm toe up from the flow up, but I'm dropping racks on racks on racks, there is at least one who gives zero cares about what I look like if that bread is rolling around.
Man, you know what? Case point. That's like if we just play chess and be like, checkmate. You win. You know what? I was wrong and you was right. That case you could have pleaded right there. Flavor Flav. He had these females crying over him. He had these ladies. With who? The rat face boy. You just gotta be another man over there named Flavor Flav, because all I see is a little rat. He's a rat.
Yeah.
You want that with the clock and he was old.
Yeah, and it's not even about the look as much it is everything else that Flavor Flav is, in my opinion. Is like, okay, he's older, and his personality and his persona and everything that he was not attractive. But somebody said, hey, listen, for the chance to be showered with gifts, I can look past all of that. I can look past all of that.
He was a novelty. You know what I'm saying? America loves its novelties. You know, we loved Honey Boo Boo. We loved it's some shows on the Bravo network where I don't know the name of the show, but it's two sisters and they are just really unique looking. And they're from Kentucky, they're from Oregon, they're from one of them states, and they got teeth missing, but America loves them. I think America loves novelties, and that's why they love Flavor Flav like that, because he should have never. I'm like, how did he get a show? I'm over here. I'm waiting on him to do the big girl version. I'll sign up.
Right.
I ain't
Right.
I was like,
the Best Man Part 2, and when the two chicks got to fighting, she's like, "You kissed Flavor Flav on national TV." So
you can never come back.
You can't come back from that. You just
you cannot come back.
So she said, I see what you're saying, but men who have looks ain't trying to pay unless he feels like you way out of his league. Well, sugar daddy-ism is a complex, right? And what, believe it or not, just as there are some women who are fine and have low self-esteem and will deal with a joker who put his hands on her and all that kind of stuff, a handsome man with money could be in that same situation and be spinning it, peeling it out, and somebody is sitting on the side like, boy, I'll take care of you if you gave me a chance, but you run around with these stocks, spending all your money on these stocks. But so I think it's a complex as much as it is. It's not always the brother who is not handsome, and a lot of brothers who may not be aesthetically pleasing on the outset because of how they present themselves. Those brothers have to clean up well, right? But because of the complex that they feel about themselves on the inside, says this is the only way I can get a chick, is if I'm putting this bait out here constantly and willing to and do all of these things. So I think it goes both ways. You got the brother who knows that, hey, listen, like Biggie Smalls said, black and ugly as ever. However, Stay coochie down from the sock, rings and watch, filled with rocks. So I know that I have to stay coochie down because I'm not aesthetically pleasing. But when you see, hey, you don't look that good in the face, but he's fine, right? That's the equivalent of the lady like in the South. It tripped me out, Michelle, when I went to the South and I was older. And in the South, there is fine, and then there's pretty or cute.
Mm-hmm.
Here, if you fine, you got it all together. No. In the South, if you fine, that's just from the neck down.
Ah.
So you even hear, I think in one or two short songs, he says she pretty and she fine.
Yeah.
But I didn't understand until I went to the South. When your boy introduces you to somebody and say, man, I want to set you up with this girl, man, she fine and all I'll do. What it means is she don't look that good in the face, but she got a nice body. Yeah, they say, man, I want you to meet somebody, man. She is pretty as okay. So pretty means she looks good in the face, but she might not have that body. So the ugly guy who knows that he's not aesthetically pleasing, but he's staying down to the sock, right? Well, the same is true with the young lady who may not feel she looks as good in the face, but she knows she's got a rack, she knows she's got a nice behind. What does she do? She accentuates those assets. Well, listen, if I don't look that good in the face, but I've been working at GM for 30 years and I make $45 an hour and I drive the latest Cadillac, I'm going to accentuate those assets.
You know what? I will agree with that statement because I've dated guys that have not been aesthetically pleasing, as you say. And I've dated, yeah, if you got your stuff together, I love old girls, for real. And you got some stuff together, you stuff together ugly. I like that. I can work with that. You know, I went out with a guy and I was telling my friend ahead of time, my cousin, I was like, girl, he is not like he ugly, like he rough on the eyes. And then when she met him, she was like, Shell, he ain't that ugly. Good, he right there, man.
He's right here. And then he's like, yeah, no, I can hear you, right?
Right. I can hear you. Sorry. But then as a female, every female has been in this situation where you see a fine brother with the girl that's like in the face, but you know, you look at her and be like, you know, and especially if she got a stank attitude. Now, if you see a brother with somebody with a female that's not facially pleasing, you might say, oh, well, she might be a really nice person. But if she got a stank attitude, you have to look up and down and be like, there it is. There's your reason.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's why he with her. She got a stank attitude and she ugly as hell in the face. I don't see what's going on. But brothers are turned down. Certain things, certain things.
Or she the one with the money. She got the good job.
Yeah.
She got the good job.
They'll do that too.
So I'm looking at that situation saying he don't work. He sit back and play PlayStation all day. He's probably already got the PlayStation 5 and the Xbox X series, and she take care of him.
I cannot. I get mad. I gotta get up and go to work every day. And you get to do what? Lay here in bed? Oh, the devil is alive. I dated a guy that lived with me for a little bit, and I got tired of him laying in the bed. When I got to go to work, I made that joker get up. I don't know where you're going for 8 hours, but you ain't staying here.
Say, hey,
you gotta leave with me.
Hey, I want to pull up at this job where I work, and you just gonna get out right here. And if you just want to hang out till 5, I mean, that's fine, but you're not gonna be at the house.
Right. Just chilling. I don't know. We all leaving at 8:00.
Yeah. We both getting in the car this morning. I know where I'm going. Can I drop you somewhere?
Showing up with a bus. You need me to get you to the bus stop? Let me drop you at the bus stop. As I prefer, have a great day. See you at 5.
Yeah.
Can I?
Good. Yeah, man.
good stuff. I think that at the end of the day, this is gonna be my final comment on this because I know I've been very opinionated. And again, make sure that guy right there gets all.
No, blow up her inbox. If you don't like anything that Michelle says, she takes all fan mail in the DM, please.
You better not. You better not. Don't do it. I just think at the end of the day, date who you want, which is a free country, it's your prerogative. And if you are a female and you want to have all of these young men hanging from you want to just do what you do, then do what you do. And if you are an older man and you choose to just, and you know that that's what you're doing, my thing is everybody need to be aware of what's going on. If you're an older woman and that's what you're doing, both parties need to be in agreement. That's what we're doing. You're an older man and you're paying her. You need to be well aware that that's what you're doing, and she need to make you well aware. I'm just taking your money, right? Okay.
Right. Yeah, you ain't ever get none.
Never.
I know that, but we can play along, and if you want to tell your homeboys we smashing, I don't care.
Okay.
That you take all your money, and you ain't ever get none. It might seem like some nights I'm vulnerable, and you might get close. It ain't happening, brother. It ain't happening. It's just.
And we ain't taking no pictures, so we try to put y'all on your Facebook for your old ass friends. Like, ooh, she no pictures. That's your contract. Sorry.
That's not in the contract. It's like you listen. You got to be on auto ship if you want to do pictures. That means I got to get $1,000 per month every month on the same day, and included in the auto ship. Yeah, you can put me on your Facebook profile and say we date.
We need to change your package right now. You're not. That's not the package you have. We might need to get you the premium package.
Yeah. You need that platinum package if you want to put me on Facebook and say we date. But right now, on this bronze package, you can't do nothing but buy me shoes. That's all you can do is buy me shoes and drinks. And I might even say I'm going to show up where you are, but I'm probably not.
That's it. You can probably
be over. Yeah, but I'll be there. I'm probably not going to show up.
I hang up the phone.
You got to at least have the gold package. Gold or higher, and I'll actually show up when I say I will. Bronze, silver, I'll tell you I'll be there, but
we don't know. I'm glad. See, we've helped people.
We're helping people, Michelle. We're helping people. So all my sugar daddies out there, this is not a judgment zone. But if you've been buying and paying rent and utilities, and you ain't get the cookie, you are a sugar daddy, and it's okay. It's okay, right? It's okay. This is a judgment-free zone. I know the way she talks, it makes it sound like you're getting the cookie every night.
Sound like it.
That's part of it, man. That's part of it, right? And it is tricky, even if you got it, if you ain't getting it, right? I'm gonna run that one back because some of y'all missed that. It is tricky, even if you got it, if you're never getting
it. Never. Involved, never gonna get it.
Corey says they are providers, is what they are, right? That's what they are. You're a provider. Just as Corey said earlier, play your role, Negro. Provider. That's what you do. And I'm a provider of a conversation that makes you think you're gonna get some, but you ain't never getting it. You ain't never getting it. Never gonna get it. Whoa. All right.
But I'm currently looking for sponsorship. I can always use a new sponsor.
Hey, at the end of the day, they still want you, sugar daddy. At the end of the day, like they still want you. And for all you Cougars out there, listen. I want you to know something, Cougars. These young brothers, as fine as some of them are, they ain't getting it on a regular basis. So if you offering, they taking. Period. And they're going to do their best because in their little young minds, they think They about to turn you out. What they don't know is that you the one doing the turning.
Yes,
They don't know that. They don't know that you finna have them sniffing all up behind them, chasing them, going, why we can't be together? Why I can't know where you live? It don't go down like that.
Right, that's what sugar.
You're talking about you can't know where I live. This ain't even my car you see me in.
Okay. I'm telling you, all live on the south side. I'm in North County. I'm on the south.
Boy,
What street?
these glasses, you ain't never, you would never pick me out of a million lineup.
Let me throw in some her. You'll never see me again. She was bald head. Really? Sure.
What for I can't know where you live? Brother, you don't even know what I look like. So,
all I gotta do is show up without the hair and the makeup. I get boy shell to the party. Oh, okay, I'm hiding. I'm incognito today.
But at the end of the day, there's a lot of young brothers out there still willing to accept you as a cougar. So just be okay.
Just know I do crap for you, but yeah, come on down.
Yeah. See, we don't know. I don't know if y'all want Michelle as your cougar, right? Because most cougars will cook for you. They will clean for you. They will let you drive their car. And no, it's
I'm gonna pass out for that one.
Michelle is not that cougar. Yeah, so she's the cougar that you got to have with money. It's like, okay, you need to be spending. You need to pay for the house cleaner to come clean the house and the car, and you need to have the food delivered. And then we can talk.
I know what I need. I need a young sugar daddy.
You need she needs a sugar daddy in training is what she needs really. That's what.
Thank you. I need him to be young and have money and do his own stuff, and then do stuff with me.
There you go.
I mean,
all right, ladies and gentlemen. Again, this is a no judgment zone. We had a lot of fun with this, man. But do what you do, man. If it's making you happy, do what you do. We ain't judging, but this is just something fun to talk about. But we have no issues with loving. You ain't loving, and who you spending your money on ain't loving you. That's
right.
Man. So we appreciate you guys for tuning in. Till we talk to you guys next time. She said, "Ain't no that Jacob said, "Ain't no that good." No, Jacob, you gotta understand something, Jacob.
Wait, what did he say? Ain't no good.
Jacob, you gotta understand. You ain't had no cooch that good. That there's a difference. See, when you ain't had none that good, then there's a difference. There's something out there that makes you slap your mama, man. I'm just saying.
Yeah, because when you get it, you know it.
There is.
You know when you get it.
And that sugar daddies exist because, and the history, let me give you the history of sugar daddy, right? The history of sugar daddy, right? If we go all the way back to the very first sugar daddy, cooch that was that good. He did. And he started spending his money. And what happened was when he spent the more money he spent, the less cooch he had. And he didn't realize what was happening. They was flipping the game on us, fellas. And it got to the point where all he did was spend money and he never got the cooch again. But there was always the perception that the cooch was right there within reach. And that's how the sugar daddy and the gold digger born.
Let me tell you something. Why did you just read that like it was a bedtime story? That's the best I can problem with that. You did that like you was tucking somebody in. Tell me that ain't what you was teaching your boys. And that is like you just closed the storybook. And that's where the sugar daddy and the gold digger were first born. Like, why did you create the mood? I was drawn in. Cortez. Really?
Corey said, "Well, tell them to spend on me. I'm fair."
That's what I'm talking about.
Corey, here's the deal, Corey. Here's the deal. If you're not getting the sugar daddy to spend, I would question your storytelling. question your conversation. See, the conversation has always got to be that the coochie was in reach. If you're not good at that conversation, the stringing of the alongness of the sugar daddy, that is the problem, right? See, I should be a gold digger coach is what I should be. You gotta know how, with conversation, to make the sugar daddy think the cookie is right there. Oh man, when I'm ready, it's going down. I just ain't ready yet. I'm just trying to get to know her. See, that's what be happening in the sugar daddy's mind. When I'm ready, it's going down. Ain't no questions about that. I'm gonna get us a nice room, but right now we're just getting to know each other, and at $1,500 a month is what it's costing me. I'm just trying to get to know the queen, right? All right. So, Corey said, "Okay, I see. Yeah. You gotta get your string them along game up if you're gonna really have some sugar daddy."
I don't know.
And when you get all the way there, Corey, you have your 3-4 of them, man, and nobody getting the cookie. They all feel like it's within reach, and it's like, man, if I just buy one more pair of shoes, it's probably gonna go down. Man, if I just, man, she say, she's trying to get her own place and get on her feet. You kidding me? Once I help her get on her feet,
she'll see me.
She'll see me.
Right. And meanwhile, we going, here you go.
Yeah.
Here you go.
Meanwhile, not only are you on your feet, you on stilts in this piece.
You're gonna be on your period every week. Oh, I will, but I'm on my period. Were you just on your period? That was the pre-period. This is the real period. The next one will be the post-period.
We for real gonna close the show. Until next time, man, y'all get y'all money up because you absolutely can do it. We're more than you deserve to do it, each and every single one of you. Now,